First white blaze of the AT. Alright, good morning everybody, and it's about 8:15 now, and after I've sorted out that cold spots and all that, man, I slept. Well, breakfast and coffee. I hope my bear bag has not been taken by a bear. Well, that's still there, that's a good thing. It's almost exactly right off trail. Alright, so that was camp for last night. Day 1. Or should I say AT-1, because I'm still on the approach trail. I think I have another 7 miles to go. And yeah, leave no trace. I think that's fairly well done. Okay, so short story. So this was my campsite, and just right around here, that branch up there is where I hung my bear bag. But as you saw my bear hang, by the time I was done with dinner last night, it was pretty late. So it was dark when I came out, and I had set up a fire, a small campfire, right? So I thought, okay, that's a good beacon for me to get home to my hammock. And alright, so I hung my bear bag here, and then when I stepped back on this trail, my campsite, which is just right there, probably about 50 yards away. So with gut hooks I knew where my tent site was, and well, I made my way up the trail a little bit, and it is dark at night. I mean, there's the moon and whatnot, but I made the mistake of not turning on my little hammock beacon. I have this little night eyes, that lantern thingy that runs on CR2032 batteries. And I think I was just standing right over there and I couldn't see anything. Well, sensible thing to do was, if I couldn't find my way, wait until daylight. But I just walked up and down this maybe 20-30 yards of trail a little bit, and I was using my headlamp, and what caught me was my Saucony. I think there's little reflective bits on it, not sure where, but those lit up. And so those lit up, and okay, that was my campsite. And because the stone wall on the firing was high, I couldn't even see the embers. Well, yeah, so I guess moral of the story is, if you're gonna hang your bear bag at night, leave a light on in camp. Most lamps have blinkers and all that. That's what I normally do, but last night I thought I had the campfire, but man, it burned down quick. Alright, that's the trail, and on to Springer. Okay, for the folks back home who are not familiar with the blaze marking system, it's basically a paint mark, normally about 6 to 8 inches by about 2 inches, painted onto the tree, one on each side, not necessarily on the same tree, oftentimes on different trees, they say, so that if a tree goes down, 2 markings are not lost. So this is side trail is not part of the AT. AT is marked with a white blaze. This is a trail leading up to it. It could be a water source, it could be an outlook. Yeah, so this is basically the approach trail. So on the other side there's nothing, as expected. For complicated trails, it might be at shorter intervals. For trails like this, as you can see, it's a really visible trail. It's very well marked out, it's well maintained. It's at longer intervals because it's hard to get off trail. So with this 2,200 miles, whoa, that was close. That's how we make our way from Springer to Katahdin. And if you think about it, navigation is more or less sorted, but yeah, gut hooks helps, the AT guide helps. But yeah, it's a trail that's challenging but doable. So for any of you who are thinking about it and who want to do it if you can. Even 1 year on the trail for me is already fantastic. I can't imagine 5 months. I might change my view after, I don't know, 3-4 months, but I think it's good. I enjoy it. Okay, so I've seen a number of this across the path since yesterday, and it's a brilliant idea. It's basically, my guess, is to divert the water off trail so it doesn't become a river and erode the trails. So they arrange stones periodically as a diversion, just dump it off the side of the hill. So these places are most likely covered in tree litter and vegetation which will absorb or withstand erosion better. The trails are trampled and bare, so if water were to just rush down it, it turned into a gully really fast. Good job, maintainers. Thanks. Here's another example of it. More obvious, and even the rocks are angled in the right fashion to prevent water from cutting in between. Okay, so we're about halfway up the first peak of Frosty Mountain. I wouldn't say it's that hard, but in all honesty, I'm not in the best of shape. So it's a bit of a trudge, and like everyone says, Georgia does not know how to make switchbacks. So straight up and straight down. So that doesn't help. But other than that, it's a nice hike. Just stop whenever you need to. Don't make it to the top. The next water spot is about 2 miles out. So I'll be refilling up there. And it is beautiful. The wind is blowing. It's about 50 degrees. So 10 degrees C. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? 3.4 miles the other way. Alright, onwards. Okay, and yes, this is Nimble Will Gap, I believe. There's a forest road coming through here. It's Halib Gap. And forest road going up there. So you're approaching a marker for water source. I guess it's down this trail. So just leave my pack up here and go and fetch some. I hope this is the water source. Coming down the hill, I thought it was dry because I just saw that like damn. I didn't think it would be flowing much. Thank goodness it is. I'm absolutely out. Yep, so camel up time. So this is Black Gap Shelter, and they have cables to hang your bag. It's simple setup. Just put your bear bag here and just... It's a bit short, isn't it? I guess it's the other way around. Oh. And this is a bear box, I guess. It's not the simplest of mechanisms. Some of them have a... And you just store your food in there. Keep it latched and do not leave your food for the hikers. It's nice. So always leave it latched. These shelters are quite basic. This is a nice one. There's a broom there to sweep it out. Yep. Just like that. And there's a privy. Let's go check that out. Okay, so first privy encounter on the trail. It's cold, so won't smell up that much. Let's go in and have a look. In this privy, toilet paper only. Alright, and I guess that's wood chips. Nope, no more chips, out of chips. Alright then. So I've been walking through this for a while now, and if this was tick season, can you imagine that? This would be a nightmare. I think most of they've had a good freeze, I hope, recently. So most of those little buggers are no longer around. Anyway, it's about a mile more to Springer. Almost there, guys. Almost there. I hear people. First white blaze of the AT. Elevation 3782. Here, registration box. People that started this year. Let's see. Nope. Sleeves. Okay, so Springer Mountain. After all these years, Monday, I'll stand here with my wife and we'll head up there for 2,000 miles. Right, so Stover Creek Shelter, 2.9 miles downhill, elevation 2,900 feet. That's a loss of 800 feet. I could do with that. Be less cold. And since it's mostly downhill, I should be able to make that before sunset. Oh, I didn't get a photo. Okay, so just left Springer Mountain Southern Terminus. Spent some time there, had some lunch. Met a gentleman, I forget his name, his wife's name is Christy, and another gentleman named Todd. Todd plans to do the trail next year. Just recovering from melanoma. He's clear, essentially, which is great. So he plans to do the trail next year, which is fantastic. And nice flat and for the most part downhill. Shooting for, I think, Stover Creek Shelter, which is 2.9 miles away. 3 miles in 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. At sunset. And I have a little bit of light after that. I think it's doable, especially considering it's downhill. Alright, and here we come up to the Benton Mackay Trail. It was Benton Mackay that conceived the AT way back when, and the Mackay blazes are diamonds. The AT are rectangles. Thank you, Mr. Mackay. It's an amazing legacy. Alright, so I've got to switch off now because I gotta haul it 3 miles. Okay, so coming from back there, 0.9 miles to Springer, spits you out onto this parking lot come road area. Belongs to Fannin County, and Springer Mountain 1 mile. Southern terminus of the Benton Mackay, and you keep going 2 miles to the shelter. I guess this one of these cars belongs to Todd. Somebody dropped their glove. There you go. And up there we have fall colors, beautiful. And there is a little babbling brook. So, this is what I've been walking through the past maybe half mile. Very heavy leaf litter. And I guess I come to my first water crossing. Alright. Should be fine. Don't drop in the drink. Where Where's my blaze? Probably this way. Okay, I'm gonna hunt for my trail. Man, just look